Welcome to Huntington, West Virginia and Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home to the thundering herd of Marshall and one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the James Madison Dukes taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Dukes will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Everett. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Marshall's offense takes the field to start this game off. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. On the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, they're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
Motion from the wideout. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Marshall quick to the line. It'll be a draw. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Off play action on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run play action. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. Marshall will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So the James Madison Dukes offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Looking to throw, it's Evans. He's going to go for a big one. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Going to sling it on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Reeder. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
On the move. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here comes the option. Finds some fresh air. Turning it on. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like, it's such a timing and an art when you run this option. Like, you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And the Dukes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Evans. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to pound it in. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Decision time right here. I like going for it. You're playing on the road. You have an opportunity to take the crowd out of it a little bit here. Why not just line up quickly and just try to run the ball?
Yeah, stay aggressive. I mean, you want to shut these people up. You want to quiet them down, but field goals don't do that very often. Try to go for the touchdown right here.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's long. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. And after the bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. The corners are walked up tight. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Marshall quick to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Here's a hit. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The sure hands, it's Smith. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Now the pitch. A really nice run from deep in his own territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 29.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
With the catch, it's Reeder. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game. And
there he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Dukes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back to throw. It's Evans. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Reeder. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
And the Dukes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Dukes have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
James Madison, 14. Marshall, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Marshall quick to the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
To the air, it's long. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Marshall will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going for the big play. Got it inside the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It's caught. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Back to throw. It's long. Lets it fly on the move. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Fires to the right. Beautifully thrown ball. Nice grab. Good footwork. Everything you want on the completion.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Had to throw it before he wanted.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He might want another play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going for it all. Brings it in down the left side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. To throw, it's Evans. Release to the back. The short hands, it's Reeder. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. To the 10. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The run from the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones C. Edwards Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Evans. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking for space, it's Reeder. There was just nowhere to cut back, and he'll have to take the loss.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Trying play action. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Great place to start for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He just won't take a big hit, slides off guys, makes moves. He's down to the 21. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a second and short. Tight end now in motion. The give on the option. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. The Thundering Herd faces a third and short. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's long. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And the Dukes want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Looking to throw, it's Evans. Right on the money. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Nice move to keep running. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. Okay. The Dukes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Hit a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Fires left. Got him downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They're going to run it. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Everett. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. On the ground, it's Quinn. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll move the tight end. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Marshall will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. He's backed up, and it's blocked.
And you got to give the special teams coach a lot of credit. He's been game planning this all week long. He saw something on film that made him believe they might be able to get some push and get some penetration right up the middle of the field, and it worked. Huge play on the block punt.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, James Madison.
And so after the scintillating return, just don't mess it up. You've got to cash this in for a score. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dukes. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Stevens. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Punt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. To the air, it's Evans. A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Dukes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Punt is on its way. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the back. Smith dropping to pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Quarterback keeper. Kept it on the ground on 3rd down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got the tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. The Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Collins. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Quick strike complete. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Uncorks one. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, James Madison.
And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.